Hello, farmers, and welcome to another contractually obligated episode of the harvest season. That's not true at all. There are no
Not
contracts
true.
whatsoever by no one. Like, have you ever seen Paul Blart in the Mall Cop movie?
For not for a hot minute.
No. Well, I'm just reminded, like there's this plaque of mall security, whatever, and he just made it himself for himself, and that's all that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I look at the contract that I drafted for myself. Anyways, hello, my name is Kevin,
And I am Cody.
and we are here today to talk about cottagecore games per the first section,
Oh, woo.
party of the first part. Oh yeah, woo!
Ow, ow, ow.
There you go. Um, I don't know Ric Flair, but I feel like I should try to mimic his. I might be mimicking his woo already. I don't know, but I just know he does the woo.
Mm,
Do you know who I'm talking about? Wrestler guy. He does woos.
no,
Oh,
I,
well,
I
yeah,
do
this is a
not.
wrestler.
I do not
He's kind of an
wrestle.
older guy. I think he's actually like running WWE now. But anyways,
That's a
hello everyone.
choice.
It is. Okay. Today it's just another news episode. Life is chaotic. Cody actually managed to get on, thankfully, after
Mm-hmm.
actually surviving the wilderness for this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
but
will.
it's
We'll talk
chaotic.
about that.
Well, do you want to open that
I
because
can,
obviously
yeah. So
okay,
it's
all right, let's get
big
into
old news
it.
episodes. We got lots of stuff to talk about. This is the first of this month, so this will be our I Know What You Released Last Month. Woo! Episode as well. But what we
Yeah.
have been up to. So this, farmers, has been a wild ride. So this last week, on Tuesday, I was working at the Wildlife Center. It was going great, no issues, and we heard that there was going to be this huge storm coming through, and that there's probably going to be a lot of animals like thrown out of trees, and so we were probably going to get a lot of animals from people, um, and just to kind of be ready for that. And we were like, okay. And then at like 7 o'clock, power goes out. And I had gone outside at one point because we knew the storm was happening, but our wildlife center is in the basement of
Okay,
the
wait.
owner's house.
Question. You say
Answer.
it's 7 o'clock a.m. or
PM.
p.m.?
PM.
Okay. All right. All right. There's still
Crucial
light at that
information.
time, but
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. All
So
right.
I had gone outside, just like poked my head outside, and it sounded like a freaking jet engine. It was so loud. And I was like, yep, it sure is storming. And I told the other people to go check it out. They poked their heads out. They were like, yep, sure is storming. And so we were like, okay. And then, yeah, not long after that, power goes out. And so we're like laughing about it, whatever. We have like little lights and everything. We're feeding baby squirrels with
Very
lamps,
cute. The pictures.
with
I've
like
seen the
headlamps on
pictures.
and stuff. Um, and
Wait, did
doing
you have the lamps or did the squirrels have the lamps? Both?
just us, I think. Yeah, it was just us. But there were like the owner has like lanterns everywhere. We found out that the sinks are run. There's a pump that takes the stuff from the sinks. So then we weren't even able to do dishes. So then we were
Oh
just kind of like
no.
sitting there waiting for her to put the backup generator on. Took like 20, 30 minutes. And then when we had backup generator in for, it was great, like no issues. Jeff, my partner, texts me and is like, hey, we don't have power. And I'm like, dope. When I leave, I see all of the messages, and basically it was a derecho storm or derecho. I don't know how you say it. We had like 90-mile-an-hour winds, and there were trees that were straight up uprooted,
Oh,
and
that's sick.
like power lines that went across the
What?
road.
The
Uh,
animals were indeed thrown out of the
Animals
trees
were
with said
indeed,
trees.
yes, they
With
were.
said trees.
I have not worked since that day, and the messages have been going crazy, but I have had other stuff to do. So, yeah, we're out of power, and we're like, okay, this is probably just like they just got to put it back up. Every now and then we'll go out of power for like 10 or 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. Nope. Next morning we wake up and on our like weather outage app, it's like estimated time to restoration of power unknown. We were like,
A big
what?
old shrug.
Yeah, big old shrug. And it was like right down the street, like there was a power line that was just straight up across the road. And it was like that for a day and a half. So, like over 200,000 people in Western Pennsylvania were just like out of power. I
That's
was out of
wild.
power for 2 full days. We had to throw away all of our food. Um, and I was like really grumpy because I had planned on doing all of my chores that Wednesday. I was so
Mm,
excited.
mm.
That includes like vacuuming and dishes and laundry. I couldn't do any of that stuff. And yeah, it was like the whole town, except for they kicked power on for like some of the grocery stores, because they knew everyone was going to need grocery store stuff. So they made sure that those lines were up and that the like hospital was up and stuff. But most of the residences didn't have power for at least 2 days. So that was crazy. That was a reason when they were like, "Oh, you want to do news this week?" I was like, "I still have a lot of stuff to get caught up on." I don't know, but it's fun. Um,
Yeah, well, appreciate it, that you managed to strap the baby squirrels to a hamster wheel to
yeah,
power your computer to record this.
yeah. Some of them, the red squirrels would love that actually.
I'm sure they would.
Yeah, so I did that. That was me for 2 days. I was straight up roughing it. Also, I went to a nursery today, a plant nursery, and I
Okay.
got four different species, not species, four different varieties of peppers. I got some
Ooh, peppers.
um, herbs, and I got some
Okay.
tomatoes. So it about to
Yeah.
be in real life farming for me.
All right, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, back in many moons ago when I actually lived in a house with a
Hmm.
backyard, we had a garden and we had and all basically all those things, tomatoes and peppers. I forget the other one,
Hmm.
but those are good ones to grow. They're hardy and you can get
Yeah.
a lot of them.
And I
Yeah.
also got kale as well. Yeah, so those are all going to grow in my back. I have like a little area that's
Hmm.
kind of closed off. So gonna give it a try
There
because
you go.
we got a shot, a glimpse of what it looks like to be in a post-apocalyptic scenario with no power, and having to live
Hmm.
on our own, And so I was
Off
like
the land.
off the land. So
Yeah.
I wanted to garden anyway, but it's a joke
Yeah.
now.
Well, that's pretty well. Oh, the power outage thing's not cool. Like that's wild. I've never had an I've extended power outage, I
Yeah.
guess, like a couple hours. So that's wild to hear. But I'm
It
glad you're
was
out of it. Okay.
it was
As
cool
long as the
for a
food.
while. I just realized, like, listeners, I entreat you to take a moment. You can pause this for like a minute or something after I post this. Think about what you do that requires electricity,
I mean,
and then
yeah,
just
everything. We're
don't
the
touch that for a day.
we're the brain rot terminally online. But even
Yeah.
aside from that, like yeah, no, I'm living in an apartment complex. Like it's everything is electric for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
even
all
my
like
stove, I'd be out. Yep.
Yep, all my our stove is electric. All of our lights clearly are electric.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do any cleaning, couldn't do like I was trying to use my phone as little as possible. But I
Mm-hmm.
could take it, like I could jump in my car and like
Mm-hmm.
drive around, but I'm sure there were probably gas shortages because everyone was trying to
Yeah.
power their generators.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, wow, a lot of my life is that. So I did a lot of yard work.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure the challenge I think would, for, or at least in my scenario, would be the food because
Hmm.
we you can't go out because restaurants are going to be down too, right? So.
A lot of the restaurants were down. And then the second day, when some of the
Hmm.
stuff had jumped back up, all the
Hmm.
restaurants were swamped
Yeah.
because
Of course.
everyone
Of
was going
course.
out to the restaurants.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
But yeah.
can't really do that.
So you need
Um,
non-perishable
yep.
stuff that's ready to eat and won't go bad. So like, I
It was
hope you have a
boring.
lot of fruit, I guess. A cereal? I don't know because you can't
I
even have the
can't,
cold
yeah,
milk.
our milk
Never
went
mind.
bad real fast.
Yeah,
So,
no,
yeah.
yeah, I don't even like break out the spam. I don't even know.
I pretty much
Can you
I
eat
got
spam out of the
chips. I
can?
got like a thing of chips, so like
Yeah.
of little individual packages of chips. So I have that. I bought chewy bars, like granola bars.
Oh, those are good. Yep. Granola bars, that's good.
And that's all I bought because
Yeah.
then after that we just got like some fast, but even the fast food lines were like so long. It was
Yeah, of
crazy.
course. Of course. Well,
Yeah. The only other thing that I've been up to is still trying to play Breath of the Wild. And then now that we have power again, suddenly there's a new season of Fortnite and it is all Star Wars themed.
oh, is
So
Gulp Shido in it?
I don't know what that is. I'm not a Star
Okay,
Wars human. I don't like Star Wars. So
okay, hold on. Let me sure I
you're gonna send me
pronounce
a
it correctly.
picture?
No, no, it's it's a meme.
Oh, okay.
Just because yeah, because obviously Star Wars have all these goofy dumb names or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's the running gag of Gulp Shido of just being a made up name slash character and always saying, "Oh, I love Gulp Shido. He's my favorite Star Wars character," just because he sounds like the real one.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah,
Cool.
Star Wars. I mean, that makes sense that the that one movie came out. I'm not that big of a Star Wars person, but yeah, sure, why not? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's cool. I respect it. I've never really watched many of the movies.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that is the short version of what I've been up to. What have you been up to, Kev?
She didn't get into how she had to kill the bear for survival.
Yeah,
Uh,
didn't get into any of that. Or my knitting. I've been knitting a lot, but it's fine. You have
ooh,
to go to
ooh,
the Slack for that information, kids.
good stuff. Um, all right. Well, over here, I have had power, so a different experience. Gonna rub it in. Just gonna show off
Wow.
all the power I have here. Okay. Okay. Game one. So it's been busy-ish week. So Zenless Zone Zero. I mean, I play it daily. Yeah, I don't talk about it much because most of the time it's like, it's a new character I like about, but nobody cares about. So whatever. But this past update, this past week or the week before was a big one, because it was the final update for season one stuff.
Hmm.
Season one had this whole storyline, plot lines connected, and so the next update we're gonna get a whole new batch of stories and characters and all new, no dangling threads really. So it's good. That's kind of cool. And the character that dropped with this update, her name is Vivian. Um, she is a kind of like Victorian Gothic, big, not super big. She's got a dress with a big, like, almost hoop skirt looking thing and an umbrella. You know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
And she's got pointy ears, so it's kind of vampire-ish Gothic, like I said, style that they're going for her. And so she's fun. But what I really like about her is that under the dress, there's actually a bunch of rockets strapped under there, so she'll launch herself into the sky and then
Okay.
launch herself down at people, which is really funny. So yeah, she's great. I love Vivian. She's also hilarious because she's something of a fanboy of the main character that you're playing as, and it's really really funny.
Hmm.
But anyways, yeah, that's Zenless Zone Zero. I'm just they did show a trailer for season two, and there's all sorts of new characters and stuff, including a playable panda, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, that's my gotcha corner for myself. Let's see the other. Okay, I picked up a new game this week actually. Ratopia.
Mm.
Do you remember this one? Oh, we've talked about it on the show. I don't know if on any of the episodes you were on, but are you
Yeah.
familiar?
Yeah.
So yeah, so for people who may not remember, it's very Terraria-like, right? Like the 2D slice of Earth, you see everything. Um, but you control a rat princess queen, and you are establishing a new rat city, village, kingdom thing. So it's great because it's again very Terraria like, but as the leader, you get to command the
Hmm.
people who move into your town. You actually get to command them to go build this, go do this job, do
Hmm.
mine here, do this. You're now the logger, whatever.
Hmm.
So that part is really cool. That really excited me because I love when you actually get to command people and they do
Yeah.
stuff in these games, right? Um, and I like rats. The art style is cute. But
Hmm.
I like little critters in general. So that was fun. And the game's good, but it also can be really hard. It turns out
Mm.
running a kingdom is really hard because sometimes you have to defend from zombie rats invading your town. You have to manage an economy. Do you know how fun that is to figure out how much you should be taxing or subsidizing?
Nope.
Um,
That does not sound fun.
it's wild. I've had to start over a few times because I just backed myself into a corner of unsalvageable. I destroyed the kingdom. Um, so yeah, that kind of like the real life government. It's just I can just restart the
Hmm.
uh, politics. Yeah. But yeah, that's Retopia. Overall, it's a great game. Two thumbs up from me. I hear other people are interested in this game and may talk about it and play it and discuss it at
Mm.
length somewhere. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And the other one, so lastly, not game specific, but uh, this past couple days ago, I went out to the club. I don't go very often, but I like the club. I like to dance.
Okay, awesome.
So it was a solo trip. It was just me. I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I'd had a very stressful couple of weeks. I was like, I'm gonna get away for a day and go for a night out, and I had fun or whatever. Um, I went the club I the area I went to is very college heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I at first when I got there, I think I got there no, not I think I did get there a little too early. So I thought, you know what, maybe this was a bad call because the semesters are ending for colleges. I don't know, people weren't going to be there, but it did populate eventually.
Hmm.
And now I'm only 30. What am I, two? No,
Hmm.
yeah, 30. Yeah, 30. Yeah, no, I forget. After 26, I lose track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It doesn't
right.
matter
So
anymore.
I'm not, yeah, yeah. So I'm not old, but especially in this college heavy area, I feel old man at the club just a wee bit.
Hmm.
I went out there in my slacks and and a little vest. I'm looking, I'm feeling snappy. But everyone else or the vast majority of people are college age kids with t-shirts and the shorts and whatever. So I'm sticking out. But overall, I still had fun. I just okay. Here's my biggest old man thing. I'm all
Hmm.
right. Brace yourself.
Okay.
I so I'm a single guy, right? And
Hmm.
obviously with heading out to the club, one of the things is like, maybe I'll find someone to dance with, right? Because that's just the thing, or so
Hmm.
I thought, because I struck out all night, and that's fine, that happens, and whatever. But after talking to other people, apparently the scene has kind of changed. Like everyone's just going up in groups or people very rarely actually like reach out to strangers or accept the strangers to dance with.
Hmm.
And apparently you gotta like meet up beforehand or you meet up online and decide to do so or whatever. But that's just me old manning here. Like I'm just shocked to see that the scene has changed, as it will, or as it were.
Dating is awful. Um, yeah, when I was dating even like 5 years ago, I hated it. Yeah, no, it was awful, for
Yeah,
sure. So,
yeah, but yeah, that's just I'm too unhip to I was yeah, I'm out of it. It's all the Zoomers. I can't keep up with them.
yeah.
That their Fortnite dances and the flossing. All right. That's all
Yeah.
I got. All right. Let's get to I know what you released last month, our monthly segment where we talk about stuff that just came out. But before we do, did you see the trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer, the new one?
No, I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, our obviously what we're riffing off here for the title segment, that movie got a I don't sequel reboot thing. It's that trend where it's reusing the original title. It's just called I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
And it's, the same premise, but oh look, there's the original character. Who was it? Is it Sarah Michelle Gellar? I think it is. I don't remember the original actress from the original movie. Oh, and she's there older, and she's going to be helping out, and it's just the rehash that Hollywood has been
Hmm.
doing with especially a lot of horror movies. It feels like. But yeah, that just want to point out that I got a trailer. I haven't watched any of the other ones, so whatever. But it's just interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't mind like when they do that stuff. So I
mhm.
really love the Scream franchise.
Yeah, the Scream one seemed to do. I haven't seen the newer ones, but that seemed pretty well done how they did it.
So yeah, 10 out of
Yeah.
10.
All right, there you go. That first Scream is really good. Like, I get
Yeah,
it. When I watched it the first time, I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
yeah.
um, okay. All right. Now for games that come out, non-horror
Mhm.
games,
Yeah.
cottage core games. If you don't like those, do you might those movies? You might like this. All right. First of all, Bugaboo Pocket, what I call the Bugagotchi game, because you're it's old pixel, well, not old, it's 2D pixel style, very
hmm
detailed, very gorgeous looking sprite work of bugs, and you pet them and do games with them.
It was so good. I'm like still so tempted to get that, but I will hold off.
There is a lot, I will say. There's Taro. There's also, it
hmm
looks like a Fruit Ninja game.
hmm
And a lot of petting of bugs. They're very cute, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I played
this
the demo. The demo was super
yeah,
good. It just wasn't as
it
long as I
looks,
wanted it to be.
well, maybe you should get the full release. So
Yeah.
so it is as long as you want it to be. Oh, if you look on their Steam page, they have a big like Nintendo seal of approval looking Lego that says "No Gen I was used in this indie game," and that's cute. I love that. That's great. Um, so go check out Bugaboo Pocket. It actually looks really good. I might check it out. um, so now on the flip side, something that is more pocket, as in Polly Pocket, because Tiny Garden came out.
hmm
The Polly Pocket game, or inspired game. It is a game, not a physical thing that you can open. And you garden inside your little Polly Pocket world, and you kind of rearrange and decorate and all that good stuff. I have not played this game. It looks a lot like a game called Garden Galaxy that I did play,
hmm
which was fine. I think it looks very cute, this tiny garden. It looks well done. But yeah, go check that out if you're interested. Um, the gardens are very cute. I will say that.
hmm
Let's see here. Next up, we have Opidum. I think I say
hmm
it different every time. It is the what I call multiplayer Power World-esque equivalent of Breath of the Wild because it's open world, sandboxy, and has all your usual survival, whatever. But
hmm
the combat is just so very clearly Breath of the Wild-ish feeling, which is fine because that's a
hmm
good game to take inspiration from. But yeah, I you know a full 3D game like this being multiplayer co-op, that is pretty cool. I will give them that. So I don't know if I'm gonna try it just because I don't know if I have room for it right now, but good on EP Games as the dev. He came out with it and it's finished.
hmm
Well, I say it's finished. It's released. Yeah, and multiplayer Breath of the Wild, they just sound like a neat niche for that. So
hmm
yeah, good on them. And then let's see. Lastly on our list, we have Dinkum 1.0. This is our survival s life sim game, whatever. But
hmm
this time you're in Australia. So you farm, hunt, mine, fish, all that good stuff. Do all the Australian things. Is our friend Mark in it? Maybe, because as we all know, Australia is a small little island nation, and all Australian the people know each other.
They all know each other.
They all know each other and just they basically walk by each other every day on their way home. But anyways, but yeah, look, Australia is very cool. I adore like reading about as a kid who loved wildlife and animals and Steve
hmm
Irwin, right? Like Australia was very big in the 90s, and I've read
hmm
and followed a lot of Australia stuff.
Have you seen some of the new photos that Robert Irwin posted?
No. What does he do? What is he doing?
Don't look at it.
Wait, don't. Why not?
Unless you are a housewife that is bored. He
Oh
posted
dear.
a risque. No, it
Oh
wasn't.
my
It
God. I
wasn't
see.
risque. It was just Robert Irwin
No,
in
I
like
I
in
get it.
underwear.
I didn't. Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah. That is underwear. Those are boxers. Yep. I see
Instagram
it.
was going insane.
With him holding, it looks like a Gila monster or something.
Yeah, he was also holding a
Yeah.
snake at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see. Oh, that snake. That's a
You could have
different
a
one. Yeah.
whole you could have a whole calendar. And I'm sure he'd make millions. But yeah. No, I think
Oh, that's
that the
good.
idea of like a survival game in Australia, like why hasn't that happened yet? Like why
Yeah,
is
you're
it
right.
taking this long?
And it's an Australian pleasant place and says, "This is just my daily life. This is just The Sims. This isn't anything special."
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, all joking, the Australia danger death zone aside, it has the wide variety of unique flora and fauna that makes for I think does make great for a great setting for this kind of game.
Hmm.
Although, fighting the boss shark is kind of ridiculous, but in a fun way. So yeah, that's Dinkum 1.0. It is again much like Opidum. You can play co-op with people. That is out right now.
Nice.
1.0. There's lots of stuff. Go check out the link. You know where to find all that stuff.
And that's what
Okay.
released last month.
Yeah, there you go. Let's talk
Woo.
about stuff that didn't release next month, but supposedly releasing in the future.
Okay.
Supposedly. All right. Harvest Moon double pack of ports. We have Skytree, Lost Valley, and Skytree Village
Hmm.
being released as a double pack for
The
let's see, I
Switch.
don't know. Switch, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is getting a physical release through is that through the Natsume store. That's where it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
through the Natsume store. You can get a physical copy, including an acrylic standee, which I don't think looks particularly noteworthy or nice, but there
Yeah,
you go if you're
no. But
interested.
I mean, maybe if this was a game that someone really liked, then that's
Yeah.
cool for them.
Yeah. But
But
do those people exist though?
I don't know. Natsume just trying to milk the cash cow as long as they can.
The literal cash cow. And you know
Yeah.
what? I will give them this. They've done a dang good job because it's been a hot minute since they just did the localization, but they're
Yeah.
still running. So gonna, I respect that hustle. Um,
So yeah, 3rd of July if folks are
oh,
interested in
thank you.
that.
Yeah, the date, I guess that matters. All right. Next up. All right, here is a game I do care about though, actually. Let's talk about Cattle Country. Um, your 2D pixel art, Western frontier, Stardew-ish like where you're doing all the things. And you can little bit Oregon Trail, a little bit Stardew Valley, I guess. I don't know,
Hmm.
but yeah, it is releasing on May 27th.
Ooh, that's
Which
close.
that is very close. That's a bad time. That's always a busy time for me, but I'm
Okay.
interested.
Did you like
Um,
back it or anything, or you haven't
I did
bought it
not
yet?
back it, but I'll probably be getting this one because I like
Okay.
me, I like Cowboys.
Yeah.
Um, uh, yeah, that's coming out on Steam, PS5, Xbox, whatever they're on, and Switch. Probably Switch too, but I'm not saying that here. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that's just a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be playing it. Keep
Cool.
keep your ears peeled, I guess. I don't know how do you peel ears. But here we are.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Now we have the next game, Two Pixelia, that is out now.
Hmm.
This is yeah, May 1st, it just released.
Yep.
This one is a two again pixel art 2D kind of city
Hmm.
simulator, I guess.
Yeah, this is the one that like doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah,
And there's so many different things in it. I believe Al backed this one, so he has it. We'll probably
that's
hear
a
about
safe
it.
bet.
but watching like the trailer and stuff, I was just
It's
so
it's a lot.
like,
It feels like honestly, it feels like taking control of one of the Sims instead of watching them
yeah,
do everything, like just playing them, you know. So check it out if you want. If you want to do crimes, you can do crimes.
you
So
can
I'll
do
give them that.
crimes
Or you can
in
do
this
crimes. I'll give
game.
them that.
Can't break up
All right.
marriages though.
Not yet. Again, that is 2 Pixeli, and that is out now on Steam
Hmm.
at least. I don't know where else, but there you go. All right. Let's get into games that already did come out, but now have more stuff coming out. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, this first one blew my mind because I thought this game was dead, basically. Like,
dude,
not dead, but
no, this game is
done.
not dead. This
I
game
can,
slaps. I want to play it so
well,
bad.
you, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that dead, like people aren't playing it, just I didn't think we're going to get an update, but
Hmm.
I guess if there is one franchise in the world that can do whatever they want, it would be Sanrio and Hello Kitty because Hello Kitty Island Adventure has not one but two updates. Well, one of them I think came out already. The other one was announced. Um, so there is the first one is the Friends Furniture and Frozen Peaks expansion. I think that's out already. There is expansions to, I believe, new areas, Blizzard Peak and Snow Village. There are new types of weather, flowers, all sorts of new story and cosmetics, and more improvements and refinements to the friendship system, which were needed. Just yeah, just a lot of stuff. There's a
Hmm.
lot of stuff. Okay. The ice area, that's the big one. And improvements to the, UIs and experiences. Nice little quality of life touches here and there. All sorts of new furniture and cosmetics. There's some new quests and storylines, all that stuff. Um,
Sorry,
yeah,
I was trying to see
yeah.
what it was available on, and it is on Apple Arcade.
I mean, it's on the Steam page, so I assume it's
Yeah, so it's on Steam, but it's also on Apple Arcade. Well, because
yeah.
on Steam it's only, or sorry, it's on Steam it's only Windows. But then so to play it on
Mm,
Mac, you have to play it in Apple Arcade.
mm.
I'm wondering, so it's also on Switch. Let me look it up on Switch.
It's on everything, I think, right? I'm just
And
gonna look. I'm assuming their deep pockets have enabled it to just be out on everything.
hmm No, they don't have a Xbox. I was looking for that because I have Game Pass.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, everything they're on.
looking at this like update, the biggest thing that I lost my mind about was Agretsuko.
Yeah.
So they added, it was, I think it was just in the Friends Furniture and Frozen Peaks one.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
added Retsuko. So from the TV show Agretsuko, they added,
Well, Retsuko was in already.
but her friends and coworkers are now visiting.
That's correct, but she was the weird one because nobody knew her because she was from a different part of the Sanrio verse. But now, yes, the supporting Gretsuko cast is here. I
Hmm.
haven't watched the anime, so I can't get hyped, but I'm kind of hyped because it's cool. I like the anime without watching it. It's a good concept.
I freaking love that anime. Well, because I love metal, so it like tickles that fancy.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know. The other
But
update is called the month of Meh.
okay, I just gotta say, when I saw this, I thought that was Al's note, and I was like, "Wow,
Same.
Al, damn,
I thought
you
Al
don't
was
like this
saying
update,
like,
huh?"
this game sucks. And then I looked, I was like, oh no, it's literally called
The
the
next
month
update
of
is called
Meh.
Month of May. uh,
And there's Gudetama as
as Gudetama, it's a Gudetama festival of sorts, right? Because
oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah, Hello Kitty Island Adventure does like kind of like Animal Crossing, where special events or theirs are usually like maybe a week or two, whatever. Like, oh, here's the uh, Chinese New Year, here's the Christmas, here's the Halloween, whatever. Right? They do their
This
monthly or seasonal events, and this appears to be one of those from what I saw.
this
Um,
character that's dressed as an egg yolk though, Nisetami-san,
I don't know who that is. Is
I
that a
don't like
Sanrio
it. I
character?
don't like
Because
it.
Okay, because everyone knows Gudetama, the lazy egg with the butt, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's a little guy, right? It's like a standard chicken egg, and the little guy is that but this guy Nisatama-san, no, that is a full
That's
grown,
a
full
person.
sized human man
And
in a
it's in a weird costume, and I don't
in a
like
like yellow not jumps. It's those weird Halloween
bodysuits.
costumes.
Yeah,
Yeah, the bodysuits that are the single colors,
that's a
and he's
choice.
dressed up like Gudetama, but he's got a very bland face. I don't know how to.
The face is
Um,
honestly the worst part. Like if it was like a normal face, I would be like, "Oh, it's a person." But the face, I'm just like, "What is happening?"
yeah, no, I'm
Um,
looking this up. This is not new. This is a Sanrio.
I'm sure it's a
Oh,
character.
yep.
It's a character I didn't know, and I would love to
It's a
go
man
back
dressed
to
as Gudetama. So there you go.
I'd love to go back to 5 minutes ago when I did not know this thing existed.
He's got very thick eyebrows. That might be part of the problem. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know.
Well, there you go. There's the month of May.
Hmm.
It's through the month of May. You get it? You get it? I
Hmm.
don't know if that was their intention, but
It's
whatever, it
gonna
worked out.
be meh.
You know what's not? Well, actually, I'm sure the update stuff is not meh. But you know what else is not meh? These new games. Actually,
Oh
no,
no, we
they're all
got another
right.
update.
Oh, I did skip one. Whoopsie.
There was another update, but it's only the point 0.5 update, y'all. So don't worry. It's not really
Oh
it's not a real
yeah.
update. No, it's fine. The game Farlands has a point 0.5 update that adds a bunch of stuff, including hostile mobs in the mines, a new mine that you can go to, 10 new social events, Steam Deck support, furniture, achievements, bug fixes, yada, yada, yada. I've really looked at this game before. You kind of just look like a zombie.
Yeah, you look like a weird yeah, a lot of the other characters, because you crash land on like an alien planet, and they're all alien
Hmm.
zombie-ish in appearance. I agree. Um,
Yep, that's it.
but yeah, okay, it feels a little space stardery, but it has a little more flavor. It has a little more sauce, as the kids call it. Like
Okay. Is that what the
it
kids are
it, it
calling it?
yeah, I that's what I hear. Look, I still tutor kids. Okay, I'm going. Okay, tangent. Hey, shocker, me and Cody are going on a tangent, but
Tangent. Bow, 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 bow.
okay. Look, I know every generation, our generation, and everyone has their slang and lingo and fads and whatever, right?
Hmm.
But I think I've been thinking about this because as I tutor, right, like I
Hmm.
see the next generation of kids, or it's honestly I'm like a couple cycles in at this point, really, because I've tutored for so dang long. It's gotten horrendous. The skibbity generation, as I'm going to call it, because I think that's the emblematic term, and
Yeah,
and
it's the brain rot generation.
yes, the
So
brain rot generation, there too.
they say like they're that what they're gonna watch is just brain rot and just
Yep,
cringe and like
yep, all
yeah,
that. Like
they I don't get it. It's
I
not
don't either.
entertaining to me.
It's not, and like the issue isn't even the stuff itself per se. I mean, a little bit, but like that's I think also just kind of the nature of the generations. Like our parents didn't get our stuff either, or whatever, right?
Right.
But it just feels like so much more prevalent and
Hmm.
ingrained and virulent than other generations. And I've been
Virulent.
thinking about it.
It's a
Yeah,
virus.
it really
The
is.
brain rot
And
virus.
and it's I've been thinking like how should I put this? Right. So when you and I grew up, let's say, right, in our middle school, elementary school, whatever, right? Like there were the fads and there's the playground speak and it would spread or whatever, right?
Hmm.
But it was still kind of contained to our
Hmm.
local area, right? Because we didn't have the internet. But I think about it, like I think that's the issue, right? All these kids have their phones and the same apps, so like it's all so homogenized. Like
Hmm.
I think that's just why like every single kid knows it and watches the same thing. Like it's insane. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's a whole other story about like whether or not that stuff is helping or harming the socialization of the next generation. That's something
That
I've
is
been
a
thinking
good
about
one.
a lot lately as like
Yeah.
more discussions about autism come out and stuff, and like
Mm-hmm.
having been, diagnosed as a autistic adult at this point. Um, yeah, but
Yeah. It's and it's tough because we're not gonna have all the data until later, right? Like it's
yeah.
it's gonna be tough. We're kind of speculating, but it's wild to see.
Well,
And but
that's far lands.
I was about to, yeah, there you go.
Pull us
The zero
back,
point
pull
0.5
us back.
update for Farlands. It's out
Uh,
now.
it's out now. If you want a hostile mob, if you've been waiting for Steam support,
Steam achievements, they're in there too.
they're there. They are there.
All right, let's talk. Those are the updates. Let's talk about some new game announcements. Let's talk
Mhm.
about Skibbity Island.
No, we were leaving it. We were leaving it.
No,
No,
it's here to stay.
Sunseed
Okay.
Island.
Okay, yeah, Sunseed Island. Okay, first of all, this is insanely cute art style. I just gotta
Mhm.
say, whoever their art team is, like they're knocking it out of the park. The actual game itself, you're playing as a little cat with like a little Pikmin style flower star on your head.
Mhm.
And you're rebuilding your town, you're farming, you're fishing, you exploring islands. A lot of the hallmarks of the cottagecore verse. What can I say? There's different. It looks like I think it's kind of like Animal Crossing, where you can sail to different islands, and there might be different environments or
Mhm.
wildlife or whatever. It's coming on April 24th on the eShop, actually. Um, wait,
Nice.
what? Wait,
Oh,
April
so it's
24th?
already
Is
it's already out.
that already out?
It's already
Sale?
out.
Oh yeah, it is. Sale ends. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so it's already out. Yeah, the little things on top, they all have like little Pikmin. It's not just your character, like all the characters look like they have
Yeah.
little Pikmin-y things.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Um, and so their blurb for it is Welcome to Sunseed Island, the perfect escape for cozy gamers who love to farm, explore, and collect. Ugh. Rebuild a lost village, befriend magical creatures, grow crops, fish in tranquil waters, and upgrade your tools. Discover the secrets of a mystical tree and reconnect the scattered islands. That could, I could read that for so many different of these games.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cute. Looks like all the other ones, unless you'd want to play as a cat, then here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So the price though was confusing. So
I mean, it's
on
well,
May,
right.
yeah, go for it.
It's on sale on the US eShop for $3. That's
Hmm.
72% off. I'm too lazy to do the math. That's maybe what, like $10, maybe.
Yeah, it was like 11 bucks.
Yeah, it's something like that. USD. Uh, I can't see this because I don't have the UK eShop, but per one of Al's notes, apparently it is 100% off on the UK eShop.
I
So,
feel like they probably fixed that because the note that Al said that he got it for free
yeah,
because it was literally free on the eShop. So he
I
got that.
I don't blame him.
Um, and then the note that he left for the US eShop was that it was 90% off. But
Mm,
then I looked and it's definitely 72% off.
So
So
sounds like some numbers were crossed and
y'all should
buttons were pushed incorrectly.
y'all should
It's
check
on sale
this.
somewhere. You can go get it for cheap right now. We'll tell you that much.
Yeah, check this regularly. Maybe they just like are flipping a dice or something, like
Maybe
throwing a
they put
dart
the
at a
wrong
board.
maybe they put the wrong sign on. You know, that one's happened to me at the store. They were not just once, multiple times, but
Hmm.
they had something on sale and it wasn't on sale. It made me sad because it's like
Yeah.
boxes of cereal. It's like buy two get three free. I was like, wow, that's a great deal. And then I went to the register and like, no, that's wrong. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, I guess I won't get my cereal then.
So check it out if you like the idea of a Stardew where you're a Pikmin cat.
Yeah, I,
The
you
next
know, it kills
S
me.
S
that
Island.
Okay, okay. You want to get into? All right, let's get into that because what I was going to say for both of these games, we went from was it Sunseed Island
Hmm.
to Star Sand Island, right? And look, it's a tough market. I get it, right? Like
Hmm.
you got to stand out. It's tough, and
Hmm.
you know what? There's redeeming qualities here in both of these. I'm not going to say these are awful, but I'm already loading the gun and ready to drag you out behind the barn for using those names because
Yeah, for lack
no,
of originality for sure.
you went with the noun island slash valley, which is
S like nouns that
and,
start with S.
and then you start with S, both of you. Like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, what is you know what? Maybe the Skibbity kids aren't so bad.
This one does look different though. So the blurb of it again is basic. So it's leave the hustle of the city behind and embrace life on Star Sand Island. Fish, farm, raise animals, and befriend or fall in love with locals to learn their secrets. Customize your world with our DIY system and invite friends to help build your dream paradise. So the invite friends to help build is kind of hinting at a co-playing thing, playing with other people,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
quite see it yet. The
Okay.
thing, the art style though.
Yeah, right, because that's a big one. This one is not your 2D Stardew, like it is full 3D.
Hmm.
It is a Japanese developer,
Hmm.
Seed Lab, I think they're new. But it feels Story of Seasons esque, I would say. That's
Hmm.
probably a much closer comparison. And there's a lot of production and polish into this. It looks great. There is a
Yeah.
giant watermelon, like twice the size of
Yeah.
your average
The
human.
watermelon is pretty large.
There's capybaras and squirrels. Like there's a lot visually. This great game has a lot going for it. I will say
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I think it looks like 3D anime farming.
yeah. Again,
Um,
or
looks
Rune Factory. Maybe more than Story of Seasons. Probably closer to Rune Factory ish.
probably.
They got your fishing in there. You got a potential. Looks like hinting at a romance already.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, it's well trodden ground, but it does look competently made. I will say that.
Yeah.
So
I
check.
really liked that the
Mhm.
squirrel, you can like befriend the squirrel and it can run all over you and like jump on your shoulder. Um, and that is such a squirrel thing. They will run all over you,
That
100%. If you let them, they will walk all over you.
that's hilarious. That's great. I have not had sadly I've not had close contact with a squirrel
I
like
am
that.
not, okay, and PSA.
I'm yes
PSA.
I'm
Boop, 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 boop. Do not get in contact with wildlife unless
I
they are injured
look
or too young.
I'm well aware. I'm not intending to,
Oh,
but
I have to
I
say it for other people.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just saying because I know there's places where you could possibly, in theory, experience, right? Like if I
Hmm.
visited Cody at the Wildlife Center, could there's a higher
Nope.
chance of
Nope.
no. Oh.
People can't, if you visit the wildlife center, actually, you can't even visit the wildlife center, first of all. But if you
Uh,
did, you don't get to touch anything. You have to like go through the training
well,
and everything. And
well,
it's
I
just for
can't.
the
Okay, okay. You know what? Fine. Maybe not.
volunteer at your local wildlife center.
There you go. Do
The
that. That's
squirrels
how
are like the one thing we'd probably throw at people, be like, feed this.
There you go.
Um,
I can't. I did feed a giraffe once at a zoo. That was nice. I didn't
that's
touch
pretty,
it,
I've
but it,
never
but
done
it,
that.
it just giraffes. They have a ridiculous tongue, so it just takes
Just
the lettuce right out of your
schlorped.
hand. Yep, just slurped it right out.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You know what? You know what's a great one for animal encounters?
Mm.
Shout out to the Atlanta Aquarium. Um,
Yep.
they have some banger animal encounters. I hung out with the sea lion. Like they'll bring him up to you, and
Wow.
they'll do some tricks for you, and you can take a photo with the sea lion, like like my arm around the sea lion, and it's cool.
Yeah.
You can dive into the pool. They'll have a pool. You can go in. I didn't do beluga, but you can hop into the pool with the beluga.
Hmm.
You can feed penguins. It's the Atlanta Aquarium, Georgia Aquarium. Banger Animal Kingdom.
10, well, just aquariums in general, 10 out of 10. They got whale sharks. I went there, I was there for a soccer game
Yeah.
a while back and in like
Hmm.
2019 and we went there because it was just a touristy thing to do while we were there and it was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
It's probably our best touristy thing, I would say. I mean,
Mhm.
not that other stuff's bad, just Georgia Aquarium's, it's pretty strong. It's good.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
strong contender.
yeah. So there you go.
Um,
That's Star Sand Island.
no, there's more. There's more to Star Sand Island. So it is currently live on Kickstarter. There are 26 days left to go. They're at 37% of gold, but the shocking thing, shocking, Al has not backed it. I
Well,
am
something will come out to convince him.
I'm floored. I'm floored that no, he's doing so well because he
Yeah.
that was a thing. He wanted to back fewer things. Very proud
Yeah.
of him. Don't back it out. I'm very proud.
Wait, there's a whale shark at the end of this trailer. Take it
Whoa,
back.
they're
Take
so
it back.
cool.
Go back. The whale shark game. I like whale
No.
sharks.
Yeah. So that is Star Sand Island.
Look,
Those are the new
look.
games that
I know it's the nature of Kickstarter that some
Mhm.
games will just die, some games won't cut it, but it really feels like Sean Young could share just a little, you know? Just just a little this way, Sean.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about some other stuff.
Yeah, just a couple more things here.
A few other news items. Mudborn, one of that's a good name. That's how you name things, games, the frog
This
game.
this sure is a thing that I need to play. I
So
have it. I have it.
it has a soundtrack that came out. It's very cheap. It's like $2 USD. I haven't listened to the soundtrack, so I
I'm
can't
gonna
say,
look
but
if it is who I think it is, 100% back. I mean, just in general, back this.
hmm.
Oh, it's just L. L made the music.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
The developer made the music. Yeah,
Wow.
back it.
Good
It's
for
just
you, Will.
also straight up available on Spotify. I'm probably gonna be listening to that. But if you wanted to buy it on Steam, it's available for Windows, Mac, and then also just for Steam for two whole dollars.
That's pretty good.
Hmm.
That you're underselling yourself, El. You could have
Yeah,
done five.
L.
You could have done five, really.
But
No one would have minded, believe me.
well, I think I don't. My coffee might have stopped, but I had a Kofi, I don't know what it's called, subscription
Oh
for
yeah.
L for a really long time. I need to check that
I
out. Oh, they
I
stopped
love
it. I think they stopped
oh
it because they were like not doing as much
mm,
to things and they didn't feel like they could do that.
I you know what? Out of all the give me money platforms, I think Kofi might be one of the best ones. Like the way it's presented, like,
Hmm.
oh, you're cool. I'll buy you a coffee or more or whatever, you know? Like
Yeah,
I love that.
100%.
Oh, you go now I'm gonna have to go buy the soundtrack multiple times to make up for that. And Mudborn. I should play Mudborn. You play as a frog. I
Yeah,
like I need anything else.
I need to get it up on my I have it. I just need to let me
For
down.
people who didn't realize the connection, this is the Apico dev.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
there's a
download it
certain
now.
pedigree here that we're already very fond of. All right. Next up, something else we're very fond of, J.R.R. Tolkien and fantasy and the Lord of the Rings. It's Tales of the Shire. It's they're dropping merch, folks. Oh, they're
Tales of
going
the
for it.
Shire. And this is in real life merch. So
Yeah, in real life merch.
when I
These
first read it,
oven
I was
mitts.
like, what
Yeah.
oven mitt in-game oven mitts? Why am I going to care? No, no, these are real oven mitts.
That's 15 euro, which is I don't know how much that is in USD. Maybe 20, under 30, I would hope. I could be wrong. It's
Mhm.
pretty design. Nice little butterfly. Very simple, tasteful.
I think so. My only complaint about the butterfly
Hmm.
oven mitts, is there's nothing on it that says specifically Tales of the Shire or anything like that.
Or Middle Earth at all. You're right. No, you
It's
know what?
just a
That's a good
butterfly.
point. Like maybe the butterfly is a logo in game or something, but I mean we haven't seen that thus far. But
Yeah,
it doesn't feel emblematic.
it is pretty cute though.
Yeah, it is cute. Let's see. We got stickers. We've got a what is that green dragon? Oh, it's a computer mouse
A
pad
dragon
mat
mat.
thing.
Yeah, a desk mat.
Yeah.
That says Green Dragon. That's $20.
Mm-hmm.
Oven mitts
More
are $20.
sticker.
Stickers are 10. Desk mat is
and
20.
and then like it's not an apron. I don't know what it is. They have some in the
Tea
picture. They
towel.
Oh, thank you. That's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a not very early. I don't experience them much, but there you go. All sorts of Tales of the Shire stuff. See,
Mhm.
what you do is you buy the stickers and then you put it on your mittens.
Oh, put the stickers on your mittens?
Hmm.
Nah, that I
Nah,
would
don't
put
do
the
that.
stickers on my laptop. I
Yeah,
really, I okay, let me click it again. I need to see how big this sticker sheet is because I really like, there's really not anything that shows how
there
big
is a
this.
hot one of the characters. I mean, there's the Hobbit hole, though. I don't
They
know what they're
okay, they have
called.
a picture of it on a Mac.
Hmm.
Oh, it might not be a Mac, on a laptop, so you can kind of see how big it is. I need small stickers, y'all.
Yeah, these are massive
These
stickers.
are
Holy
pretty
mackerel!
pretty big.
The Hobbit hole home thing. That's like almost
That'll cover
it's
your
almost a
Apple
quarter.
logo and more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's these are dang big stickers. Yeah, I don't know where
Hmm.
you're gonna put those on. There's the butterfly again.
Yeah,
But yeah, there you go.
very
I'm a
pretty art
big fan of
style.
Yeah, I am too. I'm a big fan of the desk mat. I'll say that. Like in
Hmm.
general, desk mats I think are a solid one.
I
But
think I
there you
need
go.
one. I think I need one.
Tales of the Shire. Well, you could get it if you'd like to. All right. Next up, our next news item is the announcement of news items and a whole bunch of harvest season episodes as we're getting a wholesome direct on June 7th, which is what, like 2 months away, 2 days after the Switch 2 release. So will half of those announcements be existing cozy cottagecore games just announcing Switch 2 ports? Very likely, yes.
Are
So
we
look forward to
gonna
that.
take bets on whether or not Silk Song's gonna be in that?
Oh, I forgot I was going to make that joke earlier.
Oh,
What
were
if
you
that's
really?
Yes, I was thinking I was going to say I'm looking forward to their world announcement on
Ugh.
the wholesome direct.
I got so excited when I saw it in the Game Awards or whatever it was, but then I saw someone like shared a video or a picture that shows the same screenshot, and it's like has
Mm-hmm.
like a picture of all of the places that it's been announced or released or whatever, like that
Mm-hmm.
little five
That
second thing
specific
has been
shot.
shown. And there were at least 20 or 30 that were crossed out. Like, ooh,
Okay.
no.
I mean, for me, it's always going to be the Xbox tweet. You know what I'm talking about?
Xbox tweet.
Yeah.
No.
So at in one of their Xbox showcases or whatever, they said all of the titles in this video or whatever will be released within the year or whatever. And so
Okay.
somebody on Twitter responds, "So are you saying that Silk Song, because it was in there, right? Are
Yeah.
you saying Silk Song will be releasing in the next year?" And then the official Xbox Twitter account replies, "Yes, we are saying that Silk Song will release in the next year."
I have
Oh,
doubts. I have so many doubts.
oh, it's beautiful. Okay, but you know what? Here's the crazy thing. Okay, I'm not the one of the actual people who've been waiting and dying. I'm not one of the Kickstarter people who are owed Silk Song. I'll say that,
Mm,
right? But I think this time, I don't know. I just get the feeling. I think this time we're actually going to see it on Switch too.
this time.
Like I love laughing at the Silk Song at the Skong people, as some would call them.
Skong.
Yeah, the Skong people.
I've never
But
heard that, but I am a skong. Um, no, I'm just waiting for it. I almost got a
yeah.
tattoo of the character, but then I didn't. So I am one of the
Oh,
skongs.
oh my gosh. Okay. Um, let's see here. So yeah, it's a wholesome directs with the guaranteed Skong news today, June 7th. Um, oh, but yeah, yeah. All right. Let's see. Next up, this was a fun one. So,
Hmm.
uh, videogamer.com is the website. They did a little interview, with, or PC Gamer, I think was actually the website.
No, it's Video Gamer.
Um,
You were right.
well, Video Gamer did the article, but PC Gamer did the interview.
Ugh.
Some people sat down with one Eric Brown. I don't know why he keeps that name. It should just be legally just concerned ape at this point. And he should wear a mask of the what is it, the bear with the glasses or whatever, because I'm not comfortable seeing his human face.
Yeah.
They sat down with Concerned Ape to talk about all sorts of stuff. There's a 25-minute full interview, but some of the highlights, the big one really, Haunted Chocolatier. He's in this interview. He says that it will come out within the year, and the Xbox agreed. Okay. He said no. What he's actually saying is that uh, he is putting a halt on any Stardew updates until he finishes Haunted Chocolatier. Um, he's saying he's not necessarily done with Stardew because I am genuinely concerned that man has an issue. Um, no, like seriously, like I think I'm a little concerned for his workaholic mental health stuff. He's
Pull him
reaching
away
Sakurai
from
levels
Stardew, you guys.
a little bit. Like I genuinely think someone might have to. I'm a
I
little
mean,
worried.
he enjoys it. It's
No, but
fine.
yeah, yeah. Like right, I say that. Like, but if he enjoys it and he obviously is working well for him, good for you.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that's his life. It's his job, so
it's his thing. Yeah, I mean, it's his magnum opus. It's his baby, right? Like I get it. But yeah. Regardless, he says that he's drawn the sand in the line, like sand in the line. That's
line
great.
in the sand.
That's correct. No Stardew updates until he finishes Haunted Chocolatier. Um,
I will believe it when I see it, Eric.
then there's that, right? So I listened to most of the interview.
Okay.
Um, it's a pretty fun interview. He talks about he goes a little into like some of the stuff about like Stardew, his thoughts on it now. Like, he thinks about some stuff he might be considering. Like he says, there's a lot of open threads or storylines that didn't get a full proper closure, and
Mm,
he goes back and forth on that. Like he says, he'd like to finish it, but maybe it's better that he doesn't, so that way players can kind of fill in their own gaps with their
yeah.
mind or whatever, make it a more personal experience, right? He talks about yeah, just that he's probably never going to be finished with it just because he loves it that much or whatever. Um, he talks about Haunted Chocolatier. He makes the joke about actually locking himself in the cabin so he can finish it. And all I have to say is, that's fine. Just make sure you bring George R. R. Martin with you in there.
That's
Um,
not gonna
uh,
happen.
no, I'd say Team Cherry, but the problem with Team Cherry is I think they are actually locked in the cabin and just aren't refuse to come out. I think that's a problem with them for
Yeah.
Scott. But anyways, yeah, it's a fun interview. He talks about some of the other stuff he's been playing. He picked up some of the other Stardew likes. Sunhaven was one, and Graveyard Keeper, I believe, was the other. He's been playing some chess. Apparently, he's been into that. And just all sorts of other stuff. It's a great interview, so I suggest you guys
Okay.
check it out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. All right. Next up, the next news item,
This is
they
the
announced.
last news item.
Oh, there we go. Fittingly enough, they announced a huge deduction to Al's wallet. Um, they've announced new Animal Crossing Lego sets. Um, so the big one is the museum in Blathers.
Mhm.
Which, yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I can get why it didn't come out already, but yeah, I mean, it had to happen, right? Um, I'm not a Lego connoisseur. I think it's a good one. It's probably going to be way too expensive for me to buy it, but
Mhm.
it's a good one. I'll say that. It came out with a few other house sets with no neighbors, including two of my absolute favorites in the series, Goldie and Stitches.
Mhm.
Um, then Fuchsia and Whitney are also going to be in coming out here. I'm surprised they haven't done the like the blind pack, box pack or whatever, where they just a random Lego Animal Crossing minifig neighbor, but
That would make a lot of money.
that would make a lot of money.
Yep.
As everyone tries to pull for oh my gosh, what was it? Raymond, the
Yeah. David Bowie
Heterochromia cat.
cat.
Yeah. I
Dave,
actually got so I thought it was insane when that came out. And I was like, the Raymond people are crazy. And then I got Raymond just naturally. I was like, well,
yeah.
I'm just gonna hold this cat over all of you and just
Yeah.
just gloat.
I liked him, but my favorite from that time was bisexual Galaxy Bear or Judy.
Oh, right, hold on, let me see.
So she has like blue, she's a mix of blue and pink,
Oh,
and
yeah, I
her
see it.
eyes are
Okay.
like stars.
Yeah.
So I called her bisexual Galaxy Bear. That was
Um,
that was my fave. But my absolute fave is Blue Bear.
Blue Bear is pretty good. So
But
I
I
mean,
also like
out of
Fauna.
I mean, we could go. I mean, Stitches is top tier for
Stitches is a
me.
cute one, yeah.
Stitches is top tier for me. Particularly in uh, so Goldie has a very special place in my heart.
Hmm.
Goldie was one of the very first three neighbors in Animal Crossing original on the GameCube for me.
Oh,
And so that
yeah, can't beat
just
that. That
yeah,
was
like
that was my situation with Blue Bear. I had Blue Bear
uh
and Savannah. Um,
Savannah's so good. She was also my first village. Oh, I love Savannah so
and then I
much.
might have had a grumpy one. I don't
I
remember.
had a grumpy one too. Gosh, what was it? I mean, obviously I played so much Animal Crossing, trying to think back to the originals, but
Mhm.
yeah, Goldie was, and Goldie has the sweet, kind personality, and just that's one of the reasons I'm here 30 years later still talking about this dang game because of you, Goldie.
It's you,
Um,
Goldie.
yeah. So
Sweetie.
yeah, new Lego set. So yeah, that's why Lego should do the blind boxes
They
and take
really
all
sh
the money. I
they
mean,
should. Yeah.
so okay, one minor thing that I always kind of an issue I have with Lego sets, right? In general, like I find Lego sets to be very static.
Hmm.
Like the museum, like it's a beautiful looking museum design or whatever, but I wish you could open it or look inside, right? So the comparison point I'll use, Mega Construct, Mega Blocks, the ones that do the non-Lego blocks that did the Pokemon sets.
Yeah.
Um, they came out with a Pokemon Center set. It was a big one, and it was not just the front, but the back of it. If you turned it around, it was like fully modeled Pokemon Center functioning. You could interact with it, and it came with a Chansey figure. It was awesome, and I just wish they'd do something like that for this museum, right? Where it's not just a pretty building, but you could actually see an exhibit or something inside. But
Yeah. I mean, you can see they do have like there's a fountain that goes with it, and
yeah, and they have a fossil
the
and stuff
fossil
like
is
that.
really
Yeah,
cute. The bug catching net, like
the
with a spider.
yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, it has stuff. It's not bad. I
I
just would
agree
like a
though.
little. You know what I mean? Like I'd love
Yeah.
to. I want to see a museum that it's come to life, right?
Well, and they have like those Lego house sets where it's like a city block or something, and the
Mm-hmm.
buildings are like legit. Like you can, like, they'll have like a
Mm-hmm.
cafe that has cafe Legos inside of it. So it's a thing that they do,
Yeah.
but they just haven't.
Yeah. I think it's really funny that they have Blathers doing the bug catching on the box when he hates bugs so much.
Yeah.
Like he's doing that. I'm knowing the character. I just imagine doing that to save his life, basically at that point. um, but yeah, yeah, it has a little. The whole thing. There's a little fish pond with. I don't know what that frog's name is. Actually, it's not Jeremiah. I don't think it is. Um, yeah. But yeah, Lego sets very cute. Very expensive, I'm sure. Man, do you buy Lego at all, Cody?
So I get Lego. Let's see. Jeff worked one of my, okay, I actually don't remember who got me what, but I got the like wildlife one that is a
Hmm.
squirrel and an owl and a fox, like with the same Lego pieces. And I made the two, and then of course it's in fox form now. And then
Hmm.
someone gave me the Minecraft fox set.
Oh, that's a good one. I saw that. I
Yeah.
think.
And then I got another one that I am blanking on right now. Oh, the insect set.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't made those two. Those two, I'm like, I kind of want to just show the box, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Like that, I think that's part of the challenge I have with Legos, right? Like the sets are always just too small or lacking for me, right? Like um so a big build like the Fox or these wildlife ones, those I think are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the non-branded or whatever, like Lego, they can put a little more oomph into those and still make their money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, those are good. Um, but like the Fox one, the Minecraft one, I've seen it and it looks great on the box, but I get it when you open it up, build it. It's a few pieces, and it's nice, but it's not the whole diorama looking feel on the box, and I get it. Like that's part of the challenge or appeal for some people, even right.
Mm-hmm.
But really, at the end, all it comes down to is the price for me. Like it's just brutal for me. It's tough. Man, there are some really nice animal Lego sets. There's a tiger, a panda. These are great
Mm-hmm.
looking ones.
They got some
Yeah.
good ones for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like this. Oh no, this is dangerous. I might get this. This panda's pretty good. My sister would love that. She loves pandas.
Mm-hmm.
Parrots. I like parrots. I want a parrot in real life.
Mm-hmm. They're too smart for me, I think. Well, and then they
I
get attached, and like, what if you pass away in a car accident and then they're still alive and they miss you? I,
look, it is adopting a child. Like no,
it is like,
I mean no. Like I mean, I'm saying no to you. I'm saying to the people who hear it because everyone hears the dog, cat, child, or whatever. No, parrots are actual children. They have intelligence
mm-hmm,
on par with 3-year-olds. Tests have shown that. Like they are terrifyingly intelligent and cool, and that's part of why I love it. And they'll live forever too, like what, over 100 years if things go well. Um, yeah, no, I get it. That is actually adopting a child. You're 100% correct.
it's
That's
crazy.
yeah. Um, I still want one. They're so beautiful. I and back in Savannah, there was this flea market, and one of them was like a pet stall or whatever, and they had a parrot there that I would visit frequently because it was beautiful.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I'm done. I think we're done.
Yeah, that's the
That's the news.
news. That's it.
That's
It
the
was a big
news. The
episode,
agony.
y'all.
We stretched it out. We did it. Yay. There you
I mean,
go.
we didn't have to stretch it out that much. I just had to talk about what it's like to have a power outage.
Yeah, what that was the least stretched out part. Like we got into the skibbity and the
You right, you
Australia.
right, you right.
Yeah, that was genuine life events, and you kept it short. Actually, we
Yeah.
spent way more time talking about Robert Irwin and his
And his
underwear.
underwear. No, I did not. No, I did.
No, we did that one was actually short too.
Okay. Well, Kev, where can people find you?
Find me at Cooper Prez on the Boost, Twitter, whatever. I'm Cooper Prez, whatever. No one's gonna take that name. It's a dumb name I made at 13 years old. Like, if it's there, it's me. No one's gonna steal it. I promise you. Uh, Find me over at Rainbow Road Radio, Mario podcast I do with a friend Alex. We're a little behind. We have an episode in the barrel. We just need to record it and publish it, but we're getting there.
Did
It's
you ever
Mario.
re-record the episode that you lost?
The lost episode. No, I need to get them. Okay, you know what? Insider baseball. All right, here's your special content, people.
Okay.
There was a segment, the one that kills me, the segment that kills me. There were these DK, these sneakers, these DK Donkey Kong themed sneakers that were
Hmm.
really bangers, and I did a little review. We went sneaker talk. I'll have to find them, but um,
You're a sneaker person.
not really. But we were talking about that. Like I appreciated some because I mean, I lived in the '90s. I saw the birth of the Jordan, so you
Yeah.
know. But they're just a really nice design, and they had like a kind of a faux fur kind of Swede look to them. Here,
Mm.
I'll try to send you a picture. I'll tell here's your daily Slack Patreon bonus for everyone. I'm tagging Cody here. But anyways, yeah, that's Rainbow Road Radio. There'll be an episode out soon. What about you, Cody? Where do people find you on the internet?
I am on Instagram at Hiking Beagle, B-E Eagle. I am on Blue Sky at my name, which is Cody Mathis, because I dox myself. Um, and you can also find me on the Slack, which you can access from the Patreon, patreon.com/THS pod. Donate a little money our way, and then you can get access and talk to us on the Slack and see the cute photos. I'm looking through my photos right now to figure out what I'm going to post from this episode. I think it's going to be an animal, and what I'm knitting.
Did you
So
share the baby squirrels here? You should share the baby squirrels here because those are good
have I
pictures.
taken a photo of baby squirrels? I don't think I have. The ones with three tails, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm holding three baby squirrels and their tails are all like limp at the same area. So I will put that as well. Um, yeah, that is where you can find me. You can find the podcast at THS Pod on Tumblr and Blue Sky. You can find Al at the Scott Bot on Mastodon.Scott and Blue Sky. So if you were grumpy that I talked about blackouts, let Al know. But you can probably let him know at the feedback form, actually, which is on harvestseason.club. There you will also get links
Yeah.
to everything we talked about, the show notes, transcripts, etc.
Go to the website, go to the feedback form or whatever. You just it's just one of those you type and submit. Just type the word skibbity and call it a day. Submit and
No,
boom.
don't do that. So yeah, that's the
There you
podcast.
go. There you go.
Thanks, Kevin, for hosting
Thank Thanks, Cody, for actually coming on despite the power and all the
and
chaos.
having to get up in 6 hours.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh, okay, we're done. I forgot about that. Oh no, we're dragged it on. Okay, well,
Until
goodbye,
next
everyone.
time, have
Have a
a
good
good
harvest, everyone.
harvest.
Bye bye.
The Harvest Season is created by Al McKinley, with support from our patrons, including our pro farmers, Kevin, Stuart, and Elisa. Our art is done by Micah the Brave, and our music is done by Nick Burgess. Feel free to visit our website, harvestseason.club, for show notes and links to things we discussed in this episode.
Uh, I laugh, but in pain. I have to endure these children on
Oh
the
my God,
radio.
those sneakers are not, they do not spark joy.
Really? Oh,
They,
I love they're they're Donkey Kong color. I think.
the suede part of it though.
Yeah,
Oh,
this okay, I get it.
I'm gonna put a picture of an undead millipede, my dog, and then I gotta find that squirrel photo.
Oh, I love millipedes. Well, I love roly polies, which are just like
Hmm.
small millipedes. I played with those a ton as a
We
kid.
have those
I
in the
mean,
same tank, yeah.
yeah, I mean, okay, you play with bugs now as an adult, but as a kid, like I, 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 I played a bunch with roly polies and ladybugs. I pick them up and walk them around my hand or whatever.
We have some of those
My
too.
mom was wild.
We have
She
zebra
would.
isopods, so
Oh, that's cool. My mom was wild. She'd grab dragonflies and bumblebees and tie strings around them and
how the
actually let
heck
fly
did you
there.
get a
I don't know.
dragonfly?
I don't know how she did it, but she says she did it. Look at
That
that
is
millipede.
wild. Yeah, so the story of the undead millipede. Someone was going to an outreach event and they said they
Hmm.
were looking for the millipedes and they found one dead. And we have two. And so they were like, we couldn't find the other one. She probably escaped because she escapes all the time.
Hmm.
Her name is Amtrak, and the other one is Caboose.
That's good.
So Caboose passed, and then Amtrak, I went and looked for her in her substrate and I found her, but she seemed very dead, like very
Hmm.
limp, very non-responsive. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so I set her on a log, her log on top
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do with her, whatever. And I just kind of
Yeah.
left her there. And then today I went back to check on them again, and she's fine.
Okay.
It's like, girl, you were limp. You
Yeah.
were like, what the heck? So yeah, but she was not dead. So
Look,
she's found
I've
dead in
owned
Malibu.
fish, and sometimes you get that too. Like I haven't seen the fish in a few days. I think he
Yeah.
died, and then like the next day, oh, you're back.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
you're
back.
undead.
I mean, we have death feigning beetles, so they literally play dead. And
Oh
we
my
have
goodness.
in their enclosure, we have a little sled that we had in there for Christmas, and we just leave it in there
Mm-hmm.
now. So anytime we think that one is dead, you put them on the
Mm-hmm.
sled, and then you check the next day, and they're always
Ah,
gone. They've
of course
never,
they are.
they don't die.
That
So.